Good morning. My name is Dr. Sarvar, and I have Hilary Stewart with me again, and we are back with the Thrive Over 45 Live. And Hilary is the health coach with Rediscover Wellness, and I am Dr. Sarvar Patan. We are working on a nice live series on helping you keep strong, healthy, and pain-free. And this time, we're going to be talking about the transition that is happening in the weather, in the season, from summer to fall. So safety tips, fall prevention, and all the health and wellness tips. So I'm going to ask Hilary to get started with her tip number one.
So as a health coach, working with clients who have a hard time with transition because change is hard, transitioning from different seasons, especially summer where we have a time with more flexibility and have more time on our hands, it seems, there's a mix of emotions in kind of transitioning to more of like a carefree or like vacation mode into having a schedule, having a routine, and being able to have some kind of flexibility in your schedule is very important in being able to transition to a more slower pace, more routine kind of norm in your days. And also to make sure that you're getting enough sleep as well, as though many people, when they go through change, you tend to get a little more fatigued and more exhausted, and it leads to low motivation. So those are some things that can kind of make the transition hard. And
as a young parent, I can say that going back to the normal routine of their kids' schedules, even some of the over 45 crowd, they're, middle-aged, teenage kids, or maybe ones in their college, are also resuming their normal schedules. So just kind of getting back into the rhythm and scheme of things is important.
Absolutely, yes. Sorry, parents.
I know, right? Well, the next thing we have is talking about the warm-up. So we are coming from a warm, summery weather of July, quite astounding amount of heat that we've experienced here in North Carolina. But talking about August, we've really had a lot of rain and a lot of slippery spots, and soon we know the colors are going to change and the leaves are going to fall. So
these colors.
Yes, that's right.
We're wearing fall colors
yeah.
today.
So we need to be prepared and working towards helping our bodies be ready for that change in the weather. And hence, warm-up is going to be an important and essential component to that. So I have a little foam roller here, which I may have, Hilary, if you can help me with the camera.
Sure.
And I'm going to demonstrate a couple warm-up stretches that would be good for you to get started. So one of them is working on your posture and the spine. So getting down on the floor, using this little foam roller. It's a medium density foam roller, and helping yourself just slowly transitioning, lowering yourself where the foam roller can sit on the mid-back, hands behind the back of the head, and then slowly lifting the hips to get a pressure on the mid-back. And this is great to relieve tension of your neck, mid-back, chest after the night's sleep and morning routine, or even at your desk or computer when you're working out, when you're working and then need to get a stretch break, just kind of warming up your spine. That's one of the rotations, and the other one is just extending the spine this way to try to get more of that mid-back release and chest release as well. So that's one of the muscle group, and the other one is your calf. Now this one will require a little bit more core strength and mobility, but still a good one to get in before walks or transition is just getting that foam roller in the back of the calf and working on the full length, outward and inward. So 2 warm-up moves, but there are more, and we're happy to help further as if you have any discomfort or questions, you can follow us or ask questions that way. I can work on the camera piece and let Hilary take over to the next one.
I love a foam roller. That is amazing, especially on my back, but yeah, legs as well. It really gets into those muscles. Part of building routine when you are transitioning into a new season, more so especially from summer to fall, is that it has a lot of good benefits for us, though you might not realize it. But being able to build a routine gets you back to a normal kind of way of living, or it feels more normal to you, while it might not in the beginning. And like I said earlier, kind of having more anxiety and fatigue with the change, it does have benefits. Being on a routine helps to support our mental health. So we're able to have more predictability in our days. We're also, it lowers our stress levels too. And also inspires us to create more healthy habits. When you have a routine, you're able to take care of yourself a little bit better, and have more structure in your day, which builds confidence and resilience.
And some of our patients have also expressed that during this time, they're in a way entering into the wintry weather, which can be depressive at times. Also, holidays can be stressful at times. So it's that transition phase where you're just coming off of positive energy of summer and spring, and that you can use the momentum that you have into creating good, steady, healthy habits that will take you into what would be atmospherically and weather-wise and situationally with relationships might be a little low in your life, but if you had good, strong habits, then you can, conquer those hard, struggling times easily.
Absolutely. It really does work.
The next thing is we did the warm up. Next thing is the fall. So in the season of fall, you have to be mindful of falls. As we fall back in time, we also need to make sure that we don't fall. And so working on fall-based exercises, balance is an important key essential. So we've got two specific exercise suggestions here. So I'm gonna again demonstrate, and if Hilary can be the camera person again. One of these tools that we use is called the BOSU. The reason why it's called BOSU, it can be used both sides up. So this is the soft cushion part, and this is the back part. It's flat, but then it creates a pneumatic balance system underneath. So one of the ways working on balance, creating safety around you is important, maybe in the corner of a house, but then stepping on it and working on just single leg balance is one of the ways to do it. And then just working on some squats and allowing your body to get used to this uneven surface, which prepares you for uneven ground, uneven terrain, or even wet and slippery leaves that you might be stepping into your yard. Going in. And then the other one is a soft padding mat that we have, but you can use a pillow or an Eric's pad. Some of the things that we use in the clinic, again, a soft surface, and you can work on, doing like a heel to toe, walking on it, or just tandem stance, working on your balance, eyes open, eyes closed, and you can also do like head rotations or looking up and down. So different variety of balance exercises.
What if we don't have these at home?
So one of the BOSU alternatives is using some of the, like a stack of pillows work really well. It will create an uneven surface for you. And then for tandem walking, just a regular carpet, and then working on the heel to toe pattern to replace the mat is a good option.
Awesome. Well, that's cool because, I don't always have these materials lying around.
Right, yeah.
So with transitioning into fall, there are some steps that we can take that make that transition a little more helpful and make us a little more happier about it. And some of those things is, number one, start gradually. You don't want to rush into creating a new routine, throwing something at you that maybe you've never done before, or maybe it's been a while, but to just gradually do things. If you're trying to change the way you're eating, for example, just gradually incorporating more vegetables, more lean proteins, more right carbs into your meals, without, going overboard, which makes it you're less likely to stick to that change. And also setting and keeping realistic goals. If you know that you're you're not a runner and maybe you're trying to try a new exercise routine to run, cooler weather outside, it's, you know, it entices us to want to do more physical activities outdoors when it's cooler, and maybe you're not a runner, maybe going full force into running is not wise.
Yeah. And we see that a lot of the injuries happen at that point when they're super excited about a goal and they just want to keep seeing progress every week, versus the progress comes a little bit slower than what they would have expected. That's when the injuries happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's a good point too.
So, no, good.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was great for tuning. Thank you for tuning in. It was great to share the knowledge and information. If you guys have any further questions or concerns, we are going to post a link for a free discovery call for any questions or concerns, and happy to help you with any balance issues, health coaching needs, for setting up boundaries, goals, and as well as just your aches and pains. So look forward to seeing you around.
Bye.
Bye.